I loved this experience. Harry's been just a wonderful experience. And I've always been fathering and having special experiences with little people. I love the tree because it was an experience we had together. And we have a day-to-day, we have an experience every summer. But I'm glad she did it because it gave her a great experience with her mother. So those were challenging experiences that we were having an experience. Let's say me and a wife would have an experience, or even me and one of my kids would have an experience that's being filmed by our experience being public, because all the fruit that I got from it with my children and my experience. Our kids are starting to trickle in. We're going to sit down and have a whole family experience here. We read through the Nativity. We have an experience together. And there's one time when I'm watching all the wives in the kitchen work together, knocking hips. And I was really pleased to see the experience.
Okay, we're starting a new adventure. We're starting a new experience.
The pain of this experience has caused much trouble.
I watched my mom and my dad have a honeymoon experience.
When truly scrumptious comes into the family, that's this beautiful experience.
You keep using the word.
Janelle came in the family, and it diluted this experience I had with Mary.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
The experience of that coming together. If Mary comes to the picnic and we're having this experience, it's just not that easy. It's like I've gone through an entire experience.
It was a sweet experience.
I got a feeling through this experience that having this experience with Ariella here, I always wanted this big family experience. I had this wonderful experience with my own family. We had this whole experience with this catfish. This tattered bunch of t-shirts is just like an old unraveling of our 30-year experience.
Cody wants a soulmate experience with each one of his wives.
It's just a shock to me, the whole experience.
When I came to the family, I saw this big group family team experience.
Being in this Christmas house is a wonderful experience. We have an experience. We have this nice family experience, and it was a pleasant experience.
I missed the big experience.
Hello, hello, hello. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. I believe it's the final day of Hanukkah to all our Jewish sister friends that are out there. Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates Christmas. And if you don't, you're welcome to. It's an open holiday. So much of it has become, I'm sorry, I was queuing up because I feel like I want to go over this Brian Cody conversation a little bit together. All right, but I have a couple other notes of things to talk about as well. So let me say hi to everybody. Multitasking. Good to see you, Lynn. Thank you for being here and being the most fabulous moderator on the planet. So great. Mama Squirrel, good to see you. Hello. And that's our Lynn. Thank you, Lynn, for reminding people. Yes, you can go ahead and hype a video. You get to hype 3 videos a week. And because you can only hype 3 videos in 7 days, the algorithm really uses that information to push the videos forward and make it a recommended video for other people. So I highly appreciate, I still appreciate you just liking the video. I still appreciate you commenting. I still appreciate you watching it all the way through. All the things, as Mary would say. But it seems like the hype button is significant right now in terms of getting videos out. So if you could take a moment and hype the video, it has to be done from your iPhone. And if it's a live stream, you have to wait till the whole live stream has concluded. And so it's processed the video and then it can be hyped. So you can't do it during a live stream. But any other video that I put out as soon as, a recorded, edited video, like my show reviews, etc., those can be hyped. And there's one coming out today to you guys, which is my analysis of Cody's apology to Janelle. There you go. And now that the second part of Christine's fake apology tour episode happened, I will create a video about that as well. Not to mention, I just noticed there's 2 more There's 2 more, what are those called? More to Love episodes, bonusing episodes that were dropped. I don't know when. It's been crazy. My Christmas is over. I got my Christmas shirt on. I'm celebrating Christmas. Merry Christmas. So, still celebrating Christmas with everybody else who's celebrating Christmas, but officially our 4 days of Christmas festivities have ended, and the kids now go their own way to the other side of their families. Sharing sucks. Okay, Lori, good to see you. Hello. Welcome. I'll say hi to a few more people here that were at the top here. Tracy Taylor, good to see you. Okay. Shh, mom's a word. Tracy's working. It's okay. We'll whisper. Hi, Rosie. Good to see you. All right. Joining these lives is just an awesome experience. Rosie Lee, you're funny. Liz, hello. Pam, good to see you. Welcome back. Rock Girl, hello. And she was the 7th one to hit the like button. Thank you. If you hit the like button, it now pops up with like a little television, doesn't it? They keep changing it. It used to just change. It used to be just it used to like highlight. And then eventually it told you the number of how many likes it was. And then it started doing like this little bloop, 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 bloop. I don't even know how to explain it. And now it's like a little television. When I like other people's videos, I see like a little television, I think it is. I'm not paying that close attention. So it seems to be. That's what my memory remembers. My memory's not great. So something different, something fun. Kimberly, hello, welcome. First live chat, yay! It will be an experience for everybody. All of us are experiencing it together. Peach, and I'll have you know, hello, Knit My Bit. Cody probably said experience 10 times in this episode. Honest to goodness, were you all just dying when you were watching it? I couldn't believe it. Oh, hi, Mary T. Good to see you. Okay, a couple more, and then we're just jumping in. Dawn, hello. My zoo for you, hello. All right. Anonymous, good to see you too. Random fact of the day. I just found out the reason UK judges wear wigs and why it was very common back then for people to powder, I think, the wigs is because of syphilis. Oh my. Did not know that. Fun fact. The more you know. Okay, Mama Squirrel. Did I say hi to you, Mama Squirrel? No, seriously? She said Robin got mobbed for autographs outside of the SpongeBob movie. Gosh, I don't know if I was even in that situation. So it'll never really happen because I don't live anywhere near them. And she's not going to come to Ohio. So I'll never be in the situation. But I can't imagine myself asking for Cody or Robin's autograph. I just can't see myself doing it. The only way I would do something is so that I had something to share with you guys. Like it would be like funny paraphernalia that we could laugh at. Like I would do it in the hopes that she would like misspell my name or something. That would be the only reason I would do it. I can't imagine. I couldn't do anything that would feed into the narrative that I like them. Like I don't know that I could fake it like that. Like I like all 3 of the OG3 sister wives. Like as you know, each one of them bothers me from time to time for different reasons. Went in hard on Janelle the other day, and she's my favorite right now, tentatively. Mary, I've hated all along, but I like her now. So go figure. Crazy things happen. It's like Bizarro World. And Christine was my favorite through the entire Sister Wives history, 14 years. And then all of a sudden in the 15th year, okay, maybe 13 years. And then the 14th and 15th year, she started annoying me. So I just speak the truth as I see it and tell you how I really feel about things. And yeah, I can change my mind because they act differently at different times. Okay. I have very chapped lips from all the talking and socializing. So I will be doing that a lot today. So let's just jump into it. We started talking about it right here. You know what? Right off the top, let me just read these names and then I won't forget to do it later. All right. I want to acknowledge our exclusive SOS supporters. Their names are scrolling at the bottom, but there will be more. The rest of the SOS exclusive supporters, when my alarm goes off, will be in the next ticker to go below, along with our big supporters. And then after my alarm goes off again, we'll see all the Keep the Lights On level supporters. So there you go. Because you only get 1,000 characters per scroll. So our exclusive SOS supporters are Holly F., Holly Jones, Unesthetic Life, W.A. Russell, Kitty 1838, Kim Hulper, Shanna Banana, Sharon, Anna G., Libby Scher, S. Castle, Palomi Chowdhury, Monica Nilsson, Solhus, Monica Nilsson Solhus. One of these days, it's going to roll off my tongue. I'm getting there. Katie Wellahan, Bertie K., Carol Annie D., Oli Moly, Star Wills, Lisa Elmer, Pam's Crafty Heart, Libby Scher, Silky DK, Janet Ebert, Steph Stevens, Edel Sodell Peterson, I'm Your Huckleberry, Alyssa 1704, Laurel Gruber, Patricia, Yankee Ghost, Tracy's Fractured History and More, Kimberly Beckstead, Kendra MP, Lavender Vanilla, S.L. Wynn, Jane Morgan, Oceanborn, Lisa Ochino, Amanda Scott, Joni C., Carita 30, Linda Merman, Lisa Gasca, Joni C. 615, Anonymous, LED, Echo Gilman, Christine Werhope, Lean, Living an Eclectic Life, Cindy Gregory, Laura McWilliams, Dee Dee, Steamfrog 99, Pinky Tusk, J. Lou, Jennifer Harmon, Marie Lingham, Evie, Stacy G., Karen Perks, Guild Virgo, Shotzi's Piece, Marcia Cooper, Diana Almeida, Farron, Amy D., Lindsay B., Lisa, Soshitel Almario, Carla Colson, Alexandria Swan, Rain Lady, Sarah Lewis, Marie Crabb, Waldo's mom, Danny Lewis, Ms. Lita, Ladybird's mom, Donna Redmond, Jessica Denham, and Kaylin. And our big supporters are Sally House, Maggie Goronsky. I hope I didn't spell that right. Goronsky, not because I'm thinking of another name that's similar to that, but the letters are switched. Sally and Maggie are new big supporters. Taffy Grize, also another big supporter. Sailboat RN, CP, Jen, Nuclear Rabbit, Leslie Reddick, Becky S., April S., Darlene Hall, Carol, Deborah Sabella, Barbara Dijak, Liz S., Alwyn the Mini Chef. I just realized I have a lot. Oh, interesting. Okay. Mary, J. Shanty 3, Linda W., Aaliyah, Crafty Florida Lady, Shaniqua Smith, Lynn Skinner, and Knit My Bit. Thank you all at those levels for being a supporter of the channel. And thank you to all the Keep the Lights On level supporters as well. And your names will be scrolling across the bottom a little bit later in our live stream. Okay. Here we go. Sylvia says, I am so frustrated with Christine, who didn't call out Cody to his face. What is wrong with these? Yes, Sylvia, if you would have been in our live stream Sunday night when we were watching it together, that's what I kept saying. No, maybe not, because I also did my recording afterwards until 2:30 in the morning. So maybe, no, it might be in the video that I recorded, my review that I have to edit. It'll come out by my goal Thursday. It might be 2 episodes because it was 2.5 hours long, and that's going to be a lot of editing and a lot. So it'll probably be part 1, part 2. But at least one of them will come out before Thursday. But yeah, I did a lot of saying, I'm tired of I'm tired of all the sister wives being a wimp to Cody's face, being all tough when they're on their couch interviews and all tough on the one-on-ones when they're talking to Suki. But when they are face to face with Cody Brown, they just melt into a puddle of, okay. Christine did the same thing. David was the star of the episode, hands down. Yes, he was. Thank God for David. David was speaking truth. I think she was just sort of like, I'm going to let him do it, which is fine, I guess. But Cody's just dismissing David. I mean, he's making excuses. In the end, he knows David's right. And we all know David's right. But Cody somehow thinks that the viewers don't watch the channel. and they don't see the things that he says and does. So Cody seems to think that he can just say, people don't know me. Like, I know enough. I don't know everything about you, no, but I know you as well as I know like some of my relatives, or I mean, I feel like I know Cody Brown more than I know a lot of my relatives, quite frankly, and even friends and even neighbors. Like, it's hundreds of hours of video time watching him. So the parts, nobody sees everybody all the time. Even if you live in a house with somebody, quite frankly, do you really know them? Do you really know the deep inner thoughts that they're having? Probably not. Most people don't. So his excuse of Cody doesn't really, or David doesn't really know, it just doesn't hold water for me whatsoever. It just annoys me. Ugh. So yeah, but at least David spoke up and said what he needed to say. Now, Cody, rude, so rude in this episode. Cody was showing his true colors, interrupting David, shutting David down, trying to put David in his place. It just reads like insecurity on Cody's part. That's kind of the beauty of it, I guess, in the end. When you really look at it, it's like, oh, you poor little boy, Cody Brown. He's just so hurt by what David's saying. He got him worked up. He was not liking it. All right. Lulu June said she got a headache from him this time. Right. Amy, good point. Who describes a failed marriage as a fascinating experience? He's such an idiot. And at one point, he said fascinating. He had like 4 or 5 adjectives in a row. Fabulous, fascinating, wonderful, enlightening experience. Perpetual, continuous. What other words did he probably use in there? I don't know. I'm sure in my review, I went over all the words, but he's just sitting there going on and on and on. Now, I do believe that this is a deflective technique because he doesn't want to apologize. It's the apology tour with no apology still. Keep your eye out for that video, people. I analyze it. Even though we hear the word apologize in there, did he apologize? That's what the video is. I break it down for you all. So the man hates apologizing. We know that. Okay. He is using this. We had a good relationship together. Things were great. You know what? There's part of me who thinks he's trying to one up David a little bit here too. Like, I'm sure that all she's told you is the bad stuff, and I'm the schmuck that isn't good to his kids and isn't good to his wives. But I'm gonna get her right here to agree that we had a great relationship. Well, listen, we have let's see here how many pages we have. 300 pages that prove otherwise. Here's Christine's full reflection on Cody Brown. Now, this book came out this September, right? So when he was recording this, he wouldn't have read this yet. She tells us exactly how it was. It was never good. Certainly not in bed. There's a whole chapter on that. I don't know if it's a whole chapter, but there's a whole story on that. Yeah, Cody, not so great. Doesn't perform really well. Does not know how to please a woman. Which, is that surprising to you? All he cares about is pleasing himself. Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good before they were even married, when they were engaged. It wasn't good on their honeymoon. It wasn't good at the beginning of it was never good. Christine spent her entire life married to this man, trying to make it good, trying to prove to herself she didn't make a mistake, trying to please him so that he would throw her a bone every now and then. She had it the worst from the time she got into the family. Mary had some good years with him before, well, 2 years, I think, before Janelle came in. After Janelle came, then it was just contentious. So I don't think anything was good for anybody for a long time. Now we know that Christine smoothed over the relationship between Janelle and Mary at that point, but that doesn't mean that Cody had a great relationship really with any of them, quite frankly. I don't even think he has a good relationship with Robin, in my opinion. I see him acting a fool and pretending to have this really deep, intimate, soulful relationship with her. But those are just words, him saying, we have this, we have that. And then him acting like a grabby little teenage boy who can't keep his hands off of his first girlfriend. That's what he looks like, and that's what we see. And then we see her not liking a whole lot about him. She keeps saying she just likes him when he's a good dad. So I mean, in general, that means she doesn't like him at all because he's got all these kids who won't speak to him. So is he being a good dad to them? I think not. I can't believe Robin's so dumb to buy into the narrative that the kids are all the ones that are wrong in this situation. 13 are wrong and my guy's right. No. She has to know deep down inside. I mean, she lives with him on a daily basis. She has to know. He's the worst. So when does she like him? When is she attracted to him? Probably when he took Aurora to get her ears pierced. Because that not only was him being nice to her daughter, but it was him sticking it to the other wives. Oh, she was probably loving Cody that day. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. You guys tell me what are the couple times we can think of where Cody did something that would actually make Robin attracted to him. Now, I think she was attracted to him for that first couple years of their marriage because she was, doing the whole rat race and the whole game of trying to become top wife. And so she was enjoying all that. So she was technically, I guess, into him, if you will, at that time. And I think he did whatever she asked him to do, which was, you need to act like a good dad now. You need to be here every night and put our kids to bed. You need to be here in the morning and make them breakfast. You need to, it was just demand. And he was like, just like he claimed the other wives were, is what he was to Robin. Okay. All right. I'm off track. I could just sit here and just go on a rant for like 5 hours talking about sister wives. Oh gosh. Okay, let take a look. Mama Squirrel says, yep. He sissied right up. Bonnie says, I really wish somebody would tell Cody that the world revolves, but it does not revolve around him. Nobody cares if you get mad. Get over yourself. Yes. Okay, so at one point, this really annoyed me. He was talking about the kids. Because this is when David said, go make it right with your kids. So you don't need to apologize to these women. They're fine. They're all over you. It's the kids that are hurting. Make it right with your kids. You don't understand. It's a joint effort. It's two people that are involved, which I go into that on my review video too. I'm like, he's such an idiot. One person said something that was wrong. It's not always a joint effort in everything. There's a joint effort in terms of communication, but both people do not talk at the same time. One person says something, then another person says something. Sometimes in relationships, one person does something, the other person reacts. It's still one person at a time. So even though, yes, a communication, a conversation, a relationship involves two people, one person can screw it up. I don't know why he can't get that. I think he does get it. I think he just makes this stuff up to try to do the whole smoke and mirrors. Don't look this way. Other people are doing things also. I'm not going to tell you what they are because they don't exist. I'm just going to say, but you don't understand. There are two people involved. It's so annoying. So David is like, points it out. He's all offended, of course. And then he says in his talking head interview, I don't want to be reminded of his relationship with his children, because it will make me angry. His children will make him angry. So he doesn't want to think. So this is why, now we know why he didn't mention the children with Janelle and why he didn't mention the children with Christine, because they make him angry. This man has serious issues. His children make him angry, not his ex-wives, his current children, his babies make him angry. He messed up. That's what it is. It's messed up. How could you get angry at your children? And it's not like these are rotten kids either. Like, there are kids out there that you've seen on television that you're like, yeah, that would get under my skin after a while. No. You know what makes him angry? When his children have opinions. He likes to reproduce a bunch of worshipers to him. That's what he likes. And as soon as they don't do everything he says and act every way he wants them to act, you're gone. Like, he literally cuts off relationships with them. He said himself, he drew a line with his kids. And so he's going to draw a line with Christine and David here, just like he did with his kids. Why have you drawn a line with your kids? They are safe. He is so misguided. He's clearly not in therapy, because no therapist is going to recommend this whatsoever. And honestly, it really wouldn't be good unless he goes, he's so manipulative. It's not good unless he gets a therapist who watches the show and they can literally see his actions, behaviors, and the statements that he makes to and about his children and his ex-wives. But, whatever. They're big girls. They can handle themselves. The kids are the ones that are hurting. The kids are the ones that are getting scarred by this. And the fact that he's drawing a line is hysterical, because in this relationship that he has with his children, let's see, who is the unsafe part of it? Cody or the kids? You can't say your kids are unsafe. They're your children. So you just throw that out off the top. Cody is the one that's unsafe. The parent can be unsafe, and he is. All right, I need a drink. I have my Baby Yoda Christmas cup today. It's got snowflakes. I like Baby Yoda. I should watch some more of that Mandalorian show now that I have Disney that I didn't ask for, and I'm sure Rectum service is going to increase my monthly bill because of it. Thank you very much for giving me all these streaming sites that I don't have time to watch and I'll probably end up paying for. Okay. All right. Now, Dawn says, I think that Mary will give Cody a hard time. Okay. May have to watch that one with a drink. Yeah. In celebration, quite frankly. I should too. I should get my amaretto out when we watch the next live stream. Really, I should. Wonder if I should do a Christmas Eve live stream. Are people busy on Christmas Eve? I don't know, because my Christmas stuff is all done over here. Like, I'm debating whether I should do stuff for the people who don't have anybody. I don't know. It's just a thought that went through my head. All right. I do think Mary's going to give it to him, and I am here for it. Can you imagine just how good Janelle's would have gone for him if he would have done Mary and Christine first? Oh, that would have been a walk in the park. He did seem like he was still nervous with Janelle. until as the meal went on and on, it looked like he was understanding that he had her under his spell again. But he would have gone into Janelle's not nervous at all. He would have survived Mary and Christine first. Now, not Christine, I should say David, Mary and David. And can we talk about that for a second? The fact that he's trying to pretend in the couch interviews like he has no idea what David's doing there. This has nothing to do with David. Honest to goodness. I'm just sitting there going, is he saying that out loud? Because literally his words on the last episode were, the reason why David's here is I thought it would be disrespectful to not have him be because he's got a wife. So I invited him. He seems to have forgotten he's invited him there. He's like, oh, I don't know why David speak up. You invited him, but what, you wanted him to sit silent in the corner with a little pacifier in his mouth? Stay, be, but speak not? I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh God, he just wants to manipulate everyone in all situations. Like, oh, well, I'll have David there because then we're going to get together and do something afterwards. Not going on the razors in the Moab desert. Cody's like not down for that. But he is willing to go on the race car track, which I didn't like that scene whatsoever because Cody ended up beating both of David and Christine significantly. So I didn't even talk about it in my review, I don't think. I mean, just mentioned as much as I mentioned here. I think that's how much I covered of it in there. All right. Vicky B in perpetual. Are we going to perpetually see Cody trying to get attention and pretending that he is an A-list celebrity after the show ends? Any prayer he will slink away quietly. He's not going to slink away quietly. He's going to end up on every B, C, D list reality show that he can get on because he's not going to make money otherwise. The man doesn't work. Literally, we have watched 15 years of him doing nothing and getting paid a lot of money, millions, for doing nothing, for avoiding work. So when the show ends, he's not going to know what to do with himself. All he knows what to do is to show up on these reality shows. He's got no skills. He's got no talent. He's got no brains, allegedly. So, yeah, there you go. I think we are going to see him try to claw his way into anything he can. All right. Yes, if Kotek's got any redder, he would have burst into flames. His face kept getting more and more red. That's when David was talking to him. Is that what you're talking about? Because when David was talking to him, you could tell Cody was like pulling up every quote and verse that he's memorized. Be still. Keep it together. Like the one or two times he has gone to therapy, he's probably like trying to pull all that information and use it because he wanted to go off on David. I wish he would have. I wish he would have just let his curls down. Okay. Hi, Valadia. Good to see you. Dawn, when Cody said David doesn't know, I yelled at the TV saying, we all saw what you did and didn't do. Yeah, David doesn't know. David doesn't know. David doesn't know. David has firsthand knowledge of Cody and his kids because he lives with one of them. And as I said in the video that I recorded, I do believe David, as of right now, has spent more minutes in activities and time spent with Truly than Cody has in his entire life. And I do believe he's probably spent more time with Christine than Cody had in his entire life. Cody's like, oh, what does he have? 2 years compared to 24 years or 25 years, I think he said. Okay, first of all, it was more than 25 years, but 2 years is incorrect because Mary has already been divorced for 2 years. So I'm thinking we're at about a 4-year mark with Christine in terms of how long she's been gone. At least 3. So math is not mathing. Not a surprise. It's Cody and Robin. Math is not their strong suit. But again, Cody is all about quantifying things, which, by the way, he used the word quantify incorrectly, which is ironic because all he ever wants to do is quantify things. It's all about numbers and counting and keeping score. That's like his word. There's nothing quality about anything. He doesn't understand quality time when he's at the wives' houses. Besides Robin's, he just showed up, wanted to eat dinner and watch a movie. That's what he calls time with his kids. So how much did Truly really get from him? Because Truly was born on the show. Robin was already here. Cody was only with Truly every 4 days, maybe, if things went really well. And that was really just at the beginning, because for the past 5 years, he's barely seen Truly. Because once COVID hit, he didn't see her anymore. He didn't care. He cared about the little ones. The little ones are Robin's kids, even though Truly was only a year older than Solomon. Didn't matter. He did not spend the time with her. So yeah, I do believe you add it all together in terms of minutes. And I think Christine has spent more time with David than she's spent with Cody. And I think that I was just trying, all of a sudden I stopped myself because I'm like, well, there were the early years. They were all in the double wide together. So that would technically be time together. If you want to count that, but you kind of have to divide it up because the other wives were there as well. At any rate, definitely when it comes to Truly, David has spent more time with Truly than Cody has in his life. So David would be the expert in this situation. David knows. And David is smart. Cody is not. Cody doesn't see it, can't figure things out. He's just, he's not the brightest bulb. Okay, here's our next set of exclusive SOS supporters and our big supporters. Okay, get back to the comments. All right. Getting back. Amy thinks that Mary's going to melt into a puddle and say that everything is okay. If she does at the end, I might end up breaking my television, my computer screen. I watch it on the computer. Do I want another computer? Is it worth it? Maybe. Because we're seeing the part of her that is pushing back for sure. Dying to know if she gives up at the end. I mean, she has been the pushover of all pushovers for the entire time of their marriage together, as long as the show's been on television. So, all right. So Chantel loves Mama Squirrel's videos. Yes, Mama Squirrel has a channel too. All right. There's somebody else who watches my videos, a gentleman who has his own channel. I have to look up his name. And he does a good job covering sister wives as well. So he sent me an email recently, and I gotta find that email and shout him out as well for you guys to follow him. Okay. Let's see here. Scrolling. I'm sorry I go fast, but I can't read every single one of these. She did try to tell him that, but he kept interrupting her. I think that is why she said, I'm done. I am leaving. Okay, good point, Sochitel. It did seem abrupt, didn't it? At the end, she's kind of like, yeah, I'm done. And in the Talking Head interview, she's like, well, maybe we'll have another one of these. But I was really done. I'm sorry. I have a heater blowing on my face because this room is cold. So again, now I'm going to have cat hairs going up my nose. Just tickles. I thought it was abrupt, and I thought, yeah. So, I mean, that could possibly be it. We did see at the end of that interview when after David mentioned the kids and after Cody was trying to put David in his place, that Christine went to speak up and Cody cut her off. And so maybe that was it. Maybe she was just like, okay, we're done. This is just going to get nasty. which I would have loved to have seen. But I am curious if in season 21 there is going to be a part 2, because she's like, maybe there'll be a part 2. This is the problem with the Brown family. They can't work through anything. Like, just sit there and keep talking about it until Cody gives up. I know it's exhausting because he's so narcissistic, according to what I see on the show. Can't diagnose. But he just gets away. He gets away with everything. All right. Oh, what? So she tell you got to be kidding me. Christine did 7 laps and Cody did 6. How rotten of TLC to flash up on the board really quickly then. I just was looking at the names. I saw David near the top, and then there was Christine, and then there was David underneath Christine. So I was like, David didn't even beat his wife. And she's kind of scared of these things, and he has been doing it his whole life. That makes sense to me. Well, now I really, Puddle Monkey. Oh, you're lucky you're not anywhere nearby. There you are. I found you. Puddle Monkey. Come on. I guess if they showed the screen long enough, we would look at it and notice that somebody did more laps than the other people did. We have to go back and somebody needs to go do some recon work for me. Go back on the show, take a screenshot of it, and figure out how many laps they did and how much the total time was. So how much they did per lap, thus who really was fastest. I'd really like to know, because Cody went bouncing out of there like Tigger. He was just like all stoic initially. You could tell he was nervous about the whole race car thing. His eyes and his lips. Did you see the whole time he was driving? He was like this. His mouth was pursed. He had the most bizarre look on his face. It was crazy funny. And every time they went back and showed him, he had that same look on his face. Like the man was pooping his pants while he was in that race car. So afterwards, for him to see he was on top of me, all of a sudden he's like, hey, let me get the door for you. That was a good time, right? Yeah. It was over. He was alive. And according to the board, his name was above the rest. Ugh. Dawn wants to know why he was so afraid to race cars. I have no idea. I mean, he's not that. He acts like he's a burly, strong, brave man, but I don't think he is. Like, he's scared to travel places, and he just wants everything the same. The wives are like, he likes his things the way he likes his things and don't change anything and don't modify anything. Like, he's not that brave. He doesn't man up well, which is why I think he's trying to dive into this manosphere and figure out how to be a man. And it's not working for him. Brandy, I have never seen an apology look so inauthentic. I know. One more time he goes, I just wanna apologize. Yeah. What do you think of that? Wait, no, I got a bigger one here. Here's the big one. For saying I didn't love you. Do you need smelling salts? Are you on the floor? I know. Crazy. He tries to call that an apology. It's not. It's not. Oh, Elena says that the episode was good until Robin showed up. Yeah. Although I will say, I found that very interesting. And now the things she said in the Talking Head interview were like, shut up, just shut up. Like, it's so inauthentic, so wrong, such lies. Like, it was rotten. But the scene with Aurora, now at first it's like, we're gonna make Auntie's cookies. Yay, so excited. Like, the acting was below high school drama that didn't even have a drama teacher, just had somebody on the street who likes going to theater directing. Like it was, they just are so bad at acting, so bad. But I found that time to be very interesting because watching Robin talk to Aurora, it is very clear to me she does not want to have Aurora get married to what's his face? Brody. Brody? Yeah, Brody. Now, I also did not realize, and this is what I said in my review too, so you'll hear this again. I didn't realize that Brody is just, I thought he was, well, maybe he's, all right, all of you military, and I know there's a lot of military people who watch this. Maybe you can help me out here. I should go near the end so I can see answers to these questions too. Is he, when you do basic, he's in his basic training. So he's graduating from his basic training and they're apparently going to go to his graduation service. Okay. I didn't realize he had never done basic yet. I thought he had been in the service for a while and he's like maybe ROTC while he was in college or something. I didn't know he was just starting and he just got into basic training. So this makes me look at everything a lot different. It also makes me wonder, did he enlist in the service or do you do basic training and then you can just be reserves? Is that a thing? Is that maybe what he's doing? Because I really, and I didn't think about this when I did my video. So when you watch that, I'll be saying, oh my gosh, I was all giddy and excited doing my review after watching. And of course, you know, this went until 2:30 in the morning. So like I was a little delusional as well. But I'm thinking there's a chance Brody's going to get stationed somewhere else. The two of them are going to be like, we're in love and we don't want to be hours apart from each other. So we're going to get married. And better than that, because I could care less if they get married, is that he's going to get stationed someplace and she's going to go with him and they're going to leave. It's perfect. Oh, they do. They do basic for the reserves and active reserves. Okay, Tammy, thank you. And if he's reserves, he's not going to get stationed anywhere else, right? Because when you're reserves, you're still at home and you just go when they need you. Ugh. Oh, they do. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine. Well, my review, I was a little bit more excited. I'm not as excited anymore because now he can stay back. Like the whole farm thing made me think he's stuck there forever. He bought a freaking farm. He's not going anywhere. But now I was wondering if maybe he could get stationed somewhere. Oh, active reserves can be attached to an active unit elsewhere. Oh, so they can make him move. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. That was the Christmas gift I wanted, Tammy. I want to hear that there's a chance he's going to be stationed someplace for a year or more. And that's all we need for Aurora to go ahead and get married. Wouldn't it be great if her parents said no too? Because okay, so as I'm watching this, I'm looking at Robin and she is freaking out over the fact that they are so serious. She's not liking any of it. So now I am so pro Brody and Aurora. I'm like, get hitched, girl, get hitched. I mean, I kind of was anyway, because he just seems like a really nice, normal guy. And to have normal people influence on her is a good thing for her. She's too much of her mother's daughter. And Cody influence too. She's very quirky. And she used continually and perpetually and all that stuff. Like, she just needs to break away. Oh gosh. All right. So if she goes, that is going, I would love, here's my perfect scenario. They decide to get married, they move away, but their marriage is like a courthouse thing because Robin and Cody said no. They did not give permission. Brody asks for her hand in marriage. Cody says, well, Young man, I do believe that you need to get some ducks in a row before this happens. So I would say eventually down the road I might. But as of right now, I do believe you need to wait. Didn't Robin's uncle daddy tell Cody to wait to propose to? Didn't he say, I don't see how you can afford her? And Cody had to wait until the show was a done deal. And then he did it. I feel like that happened. Let me know if I'm wrong. All right. All right. Hello, everyone who's joining in too. And hello, all of our overseas people who now it's not the middle of the night, so you can join. Evening for you all. And morning for some of you. Oh, yes, Dawn. Robin 100% said a man should not be your financial choice. The comedy line of the episode. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I laughed my butt off, she says. Cody and his family has been her financial choice. Who's she kidding? The entire time. And he's not her financial choice, is he? Like, what's he doing? Does he have a job? I mean, he can't have bought just a little ranch and it's sustaining him, not to live on. So I'm curious, what else does Brody do? Did Brody go to college? Did anyone do any deep dives in this? Does anyone have any more Brody information? And this girl has been in college for 5 years. She doesn't need Brody as her financial situation. She's brain and a diploma. 2 things Robin doesn't have. So she can just go get a job. And the other thing Robin said, this was the kicker. As if that wasn't crazy enough. She wants, this is her justification for why they shouldn't get married. She really wants Aurora to have time to live on her own and find herself and find her voice and know who she is without being a wife and a mother. Can you believe those were like pot kettle? Could you believe Robin said that after she's been holding those kids down under her wings all this time and shielding them and protecting them and not allowing them to grow or experience any pain or anything that goes wrong, to not experience life? This time they have held them down that those kids can't even create thoughts of their own. All they do is parrot things that Robin and Cody have said. They're not independent thinkers. Okay. I'm largely talking about kids that are younger, so I'm going to stop there because I have a rule. I don't talk about any of the kids that are under 18 years of age because it's not their fault that they're on this channel. Their parents are making them do it. But Aurora can't get out 2 sentences either without sounding like she's just parroting exactly what mommy is saying. So it's rich that Robin will come out and say, she just needs to live a little. She's in her mid-20s and she's still in your house. The girl has never lived in an apartment on her own. She's never even been in a dorm room. She's not even lived in the camper in the back with Dayton. Not even a slight sense of independence has been permitted to these girls. No. They have held them down. Oh, Lynn Skinner, thank you so much for the super chat. Look at you. Whoops. I gotta get back to my live comments. Okay. Wendy, from your lips to God's ears. I need Aurora to marry and raise her kids on Janelle's farm. Could you imagine? What could be better? Gosh, right when I think I have a good story figured out, man, you guys taught me. That is better. I was saying on our live stream last night when we were watching it, I'm hoping that he's in the Marines and he goes to Camp Lejeune because it's in North Carolina. And then I want to see, does Cody and Robin visit him at Camp Lejeune? Will they go there? I'd love to know. And if they do, if all of a sudden it's not that far, what do you do when your kids pick up and go the other side of the country? I don't know. Buy an airplane ticket and go to the other side of the country to visit them. This isn't rocket science, Cody, but somehow you thought it was the end of the world. He thought he needed a passport to get into North Carolina. So it's like all Maddie's fault that she's over there. All Maddie's fault that they're not getting along anymore. Yep. He's the worst. So I would love for that whole situation to occur where they would be going to North Carolina to visit Aurora, and that would put them in a position of, did you go visit the rest of your kids or not? We know Maddie was very hurt that he went to visit Janelle and never visited her or his grandkids. Now, Maddie is not allowing her grandkids to see him, so that's understandable. But of course, he didn't reach out and ask Maddie to meet with him someplace else without the grandkids to work through things. No. Great opportunity to do so. Didn't happen. But McKelty was really hurt. Now, McKelty has said in the past that healing will probably never happen in their family until, look at this. This is so Brown family logic here. It's not going to happen until the show is over, because they get to see everything that he says to everybody else, and they get to see the things that he thinks on the show. Whereas in real life, you wouldn't know what he does other places, and you wouldn't know what he's thinking about things. So she basically wants to get to the point where she can just put her head in the sand and pretend like she has the perfect daddy again. He's still Cody. Whether you see him say it or not, he's still Cody. Does she think that he's all of a sudden going to change his behavior? No, she just doesn't want to see it because she watches the show. Now, other kids are probably better off with him because they don't watch the show. But McKelty has her channel where she does her reactions to the show. So she has to watch it. And so now they're not getting along. But I would not want the show to end. I would want to have the show continue so I could see, has this person really changed? She wants to be duped. She wants to be bamboozled. Like, what a dumb logic, but somehow it doesn't really surprise me. Elena, or should just say, Brody is my soulmate. She should. I felt the fire in my bosom. And he's the man. These people are so shallow. And apparently, according to Robin, the church is so shallow because it's the fire in your bosom that's going to tell you whether he's the man or not. Okay? Yeah. Robin felt the fire in her bosom. She couldn't even speak. It was God talking to her. Yeah. So I just want to make it very clear that according to Robin Brown, God told her that she should marry a man who already had 3 wives, break up the family, cause dissension between all of the 13 original kids that Cody had and Cody, and that she would also cause dissension with all the wives, because although they didn't love each other and they weren't best friends, they all got along and it worked like a well-oiled machine, even if it wasn't in like blissful harmony. But I don't think any polygamous relationship is, even if people say they are. I don't buy it. Again, unless somebody has a hidden level of homosexuality and doesn't want to be with a man, then maybe. And McKelty did say that there is a decent amount of women getting together in polygamous. There's all those stories as well. So I get that. We saw that with Leon when Leon was Mariah, and Mariah would say all the time, she was the number one kid who said, I want to be in polygamy. I want to be in polygamy. I want to have sister wives. So I never interpreted it as even now I don't interpret it as I want to have sister wives because I want to be with them. I think it's, I want to have sister wives because I want my man to not be with me the majority of the time. That's how I interpret it. All right. So, okay. Tangential speech here. I am going off because this is just, I am frustrated by all of this. So so I want back on track. We were talking about Aurora. I really want her to just have to go. And I want her to say she wants to be married in less than 6 months or even in 3 months' time. I don't want them to have time to plan a huge wedding and have TLC arrange it and pay for it. Or I want TLC to say, yeah, we'll pay for it, but we can't do it until next season. And either there isn't a next season, or Aurora and Brody are like, okay, we don't care. I would love that. We don't care if it's on TV. We don't care if it's a big wedding. We just want to get married. So have them just take off and go to Jamaica or one of these other destination wedding places and get married. Vegas would be hysterical. I don't think they would do that. But I mean, it is the closest place that does that kind of thing. All right. Good morning, Vixen. It's good to people who are waking up now. I'm glad we're catching a lot of our international people here during the day for us. Okay. You guys, I forgot. I'm going to do the poll again. I forgot to look at the poll before it ended. So I don't know if I closed it down and if it finished up. And I haven't had a chance to look at the last live stream either. So I am going to do a poll again to see if we do this in the afternoon. Well, okay. I'll give an evening time slot as an option too. Okay. We're going to talk about Eastern time zones just to keep it consistent. When? It's not working. Come on, let's type. What? Oh, putting it in the wrong spot. My fault. I know I was doing something wrong. I just didn't know what. When do you like Monday's live stream? Okay. We'll have 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, maybe we should do 1, 3, 5, and 7. Make them like 2 hours apart. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So go ahead and vote. What would be your favorite time? There you go. Let me get back to the stream. Okay. All right. So that's all I have to talk about when it comes to Robin. I have a little bit of joy in my heart to know that Aurora's relationship with Brody is not 100% approved by Robin. She thinks it's going too fast. She's probably looking at Brody too and realizing how much better of a man he is than her guy. He's taller, he's better looking, he's kinder, he's nicer, he's thoughtful, and he's not creepy. He's not weird. He's not over-sexualized. He's not like a middle school boy. And he is a cowboy. So good. All right. So, yeah, I think she doesn't want this. She wants to keep control of those kids as long as she possibly can. I would love for Brianna to just get knocked up. Even better. Oh, gosh. D wants to know, is it just me or is anyone else disgusted by the way that Cody takes helpful therapy talk and weaponizes it in this episode? Also, how Robin is still saying that God blessed her with Cody. I want to vomit. Yes. Oh, so that's what I started saying, and then I kept going off on tangents. According to Robin, God told her to marry a man, break up 3 marriages, create 3 divorces. Apparently that's godly. And create dissension and anger and a breakup of a family of at least 10 kids. Maybe he's talking to a couple of them still. At least 10 kids. And not be with all of his original wives or children, but just have her. That's what God told her, because that's what came up. Because if God tells you to do it, God's not going to mislead you, right? God's not going to tell you to do something that's harmful to you. God's not going to tell you to do something that's harmful to others. That's not how God works. But according to her, God told her to do this. Yeah. Again, proof. She's not speaking to God. She's speaking to her emotions, her feelings. Her and Cody, whatever they think or feel is apparently what God told them. It's the most bizarre, wrong, and blasphemous thing, especially when it's so misguided. And now it's her bosom. Her bosom. The heated on fire bosom told her, this is the man. That's what their church teaches. Lovely. Ugh. What a mess. All right. Okay, let's move on. Let's do some Mary before we... No, let's do Janelle, because that's really the shortest one in the episode. Janelle, has a little bit of a redemption in this because we see her deciding to go ahead and push forward with the release. Is that what it's called? I think it's called a release. Release from the church. I hope and pray that she is willing to share what they said to her in it. They might not. They might say, don't say it on the show. I can see that. That makes me sad. But she does go through with it because Cody did say on Special Forces he had 2 wives who got releases from him. If there's any drama involved with that situation, I want to know about it. I do. We already know that she has talked to Cody about it. So during these times when they were working on selling the property and she had conversations with him regarding Coyote Pass, she has mentioned to him, I'm thinking about getting a release. And according to her, Cody was just kind of like, I don't understand why you need it, but if that's what you need to do, that's fine. A little bit different than the way he handled it with Mary. According to Mary, he was very against it and never said, well, if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. He's just like, you're stupid, Mary. Why would you need that? I don't understand. Put her down, say it's not necessary. We're not part of the church anymore. Although he claims it all the time. Well, my faith, in polygamy, this is how things are. It's like, you really haven't been a part of the church. You're just sleeping with 4 women. And quite frankly, the majority of the time the show's been going on, he's probably been sleeping with 2, Janelle and Robin. That's it. Listen, I listened to a podcast the other day from Notes to Self. And Melanie had a really good point. She said that once you are no longer of childbearing years, you're basically, quote unquote, put out to pasture. So there's no more intimacy. And the Browns have always said, we still have intimacy, even if we're not having kids. We don't believe in our church that intimacy is just for procreation, that it's for enjoyment as well. Now, according to Melanie, who's the same age as them, she said, not true. She said she could, it was less than 10 times, I think she said, she had sex with her husband and she was married to him for, 8 years or something like that. Like, it was something they did when they wanted to have children. That's it. So it wasn't intended. You're not supposed to enjoy it, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to get into the nuts and bolts of it. Because it's so messed up on so many levels. But the point is, Melanie's like, it's just not true. She said, unless you were going to have kids, she goes, and then at the end of our marriage, we didn't have it for a very long time because I didn't want to have any more kids. And I wasn't sure if I even wanted to stay in the faith. So it was pretty much hands off. So knowing that information, we're looking at Robin and the wives there. Now, some of the wives were still of childbearing years, but the decision had been made. They weren't going to have any more kids. Christine came out and said, Truly's the last one. Mary hasn't been able to have children. And so and that ship kind of sailed before Robin even came into the family. I think that they weren't even intimate together anymore. And Let's see, Janelle. Janelle's the one who they could have still been getting it on, even if there weren't going to be any more kids. All right. So Robin could have come into this relationship assuming, because she always makes, big people jokes about the ex-wives and all that and stretch marks and whatnot, really believing, well, he's not going to want to still sleep with Janelle. So Christine and Mary are my threats. Now, Mary and he are kind of on the outs, and he told me they're not sleeping together anymore. Clearly, Christine still is, but she said they're not going to have any more kids. So technically, the man is not supposed to be having sexual relationships with them anymore, according to Melanie, whose father's the prophet. So I trust them more than the talking head interviews in season 1 when they talked about how, like, no, we can all still have. It's not just about having kids. It's supposed to be something that we all enjoy, and it's a pleasurable experience. Remember that? That was season 1. It's the only time they addressed it, and they weren't going to address it again. Melanie's like, yeah, no, that's just not true. So Robin comes into, this is follow the train here. This is what Melanie's saying, and find the video. It's a more recent one that she made. It's really good. She says, because of that, Robin's going to come into this thinking, I'm the only one that's going to be sleeping with them. So really, it's like, this is my marriage. And then we have these other wives and other kids. I get an extended family. They're like aunts and cousins, although she wouldn't call them that, but like she sees it like that. And she's in the marital relationship with Cody, which makes sense why she was so demanding of his time to be there and do all this stuff with the kids. That she just thought, oh, those kids they're going to grow on their own. Like after you're not having sex with them anymore, he's no longer a father and doesn't need to be around anymore. It's a warped thinking, but we're talking about Robin Brown here. So she has the notion that she is the only wife going into this. Interesting, right? I think it's a fascinating thought. So it's going to make her flip out when she finds out that he's still having relations with any of the other women, which really, it ended with Christine pretty soon too. It was really just Janelle. It also makes sense why she never liked Janelle or any of Janelle's kids. And she's pretty hard on Christine too, with Christine's pretty dang nice to Robin all along. We keep talking about how rotten Christine was to Robin. And that's only because Christine is the only one that's willing to talk about the situation and Janelle's not. But the truth of the matter is, Christine, we see her trying with Robin. We never see Janelle try. Janelle did not like Robin from jump, and she never tried. And whenever they would be on those couch interviews and that, where Robin's talking, Janelle's like, she has nothing to say. She has nothing to contribute. Christine's like, oh, yeah, she's responsive and all that. Janelle, nothing. She never liked her. And so that Robin felt that. So all this time that it's like, we never felt welcome. It's really Janelle. It's Janelle that was acting that way. And Janelle's kids didn't like Robin. So there you go. All right. Wait, let me take a look at the poll. How's the poll going? We have half the people for 1 p.m. How come I can't open the poll? There we go. All right. This earlier time people like for sure. Definitely. Half the people at 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 16%. So we have 56% for 1 p.m., 16% for 3, 12% for 5, and 15% for 7. So 7's not even coming in as the second choice. Second choice is 3 p.m. All right. I'm going to start a new poll. All right. The new poll is 1 or 2 p.m. Okay. New poll. Just because 2 p.m. was the second closest. I think noon is too early because that's 9 a.m. on the West Coast. Well, I'll put it in there. Okay. What is your preferred time for Monday's live stream? Oops, I put it in a Q&A by mistake. I don't want a Q&A. I want a poll. There we go. Cut and paste. 12 noon. I'll just put PM. 12 p.m. noon Eastern Standard Time. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or 2 p.m. I don't think 2 is going to get, but you never know. Eastern Standard Time. There we go. So now we have 3 more options, narrowing it down, knowing that the middle of the day is better than the evening. Let me know what you think. Okay, new poll. Okay. Marie, yes, thanks for reminding everyone. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm of this channel. It does. Costs nothing. Mom Squirrel. Brody's going to have to borrow Cody's convertible to make Whoopi with Brianna. So great. Wait. 80% CMOS wants to know who's going to punch Cody first. David, Gabe, Peyton, Caleb, or Brody. It's not going to be Gabe. He's too much of a pacifist. It's not going to be David. I don't think he's a fighter. It's going to be Peyton, Brody, or Caleb. Well, it's probably going to be Peyton. He's a hothead. It's going to be Peyton, just based on who they are. But who's going to want to punch him first? Probably Caleb, because Cody's so mean to his wife and his children. And by so mean, I also mean just negligent. All right. Get our last banner up here. These are our Keep the Lights On level people. Yay! All right. Oh, it just disappeared. I forgot when I hit that, it disappears. Comment. Let me find it. Let me find it. I have a super chat that popped up and I forgot I can't star it. When I star it, it disappears in my column. Here we go. There it is. Knit my bit. Knit my bit. It has been a challenging and very difficult year. I am so thankful for you lovely people. It's allowed me to check out for a bit every week. Much love and blessings to you all this holiday and through the new year. Love y'all. Knit my bit. That is so sweet. Thank you for the super chat and thanks for sharing that with us. Honestly, the challenges a lot of people have had this year. I've had a lot too. I haven't shared a whole lot about them, but this has been a solace for me as well to come here and just be able to just bitch and moan about Cody and to be able to laugh and to do the show with you guys. I feel blessed to have this opportunity. And I don't know what it is, but sister friends are the best friends. You guys are amazing. So you're funny, you're hysterical in the chat, you're inappropriate, which makes me laugh too. But you're all nice people and you're kind to each other. It's just great. I love you all. All right. Oh, yes, this is my other channel. I don't know what the question was from Jennifer, but Reality TV Breakdown is my other channel. And normally we didn't this week because this was my Christmas and I didn't get around to it this Sunday. But normally before the live stream for the SOS exclusives, I'm on my other channel reading a chapter from Revenge. That'll start back up next Sunday. So you can keep an eye out for that over there. Okay. And we also do Seeking Sister Wives over there. So if you want to watch any videos, I have all my review videos and I have all my live watches. So we watch it live together there. That's not part of, there's no memberships on that channel. It's just all open. All right. Thank you, Knit My Bit. And God bless you. I pray that next year is a better year than this year, for sure. All right. We need sister friends for sure. Yes. Vixen said, why Christine has such animosity and hostility towards Robin is because Robin kicked Christine's first cousin Preston to the curb while she went after Christine's husband. Could very well be. I mean, that's part of their story, right? Okay. So the Janelle part I was talking about, not a whole lot more to say about it other than she was meeting with Mary. That made me happy. Just seeing them talk to each other and get along makes me happy. You can tell Mary's still walking on eggshells around everybody. She's like, so, call me and let me know how it goes. Like, if you want to, if you do you, like, I'm here, but like, if you don't want to, that's fine. It's so very funny. She's learning how not to be invasive in people's lives. So she's applying the skills she's learning. It's good. It's good. Oh, there needs to be a link for that channel somewhere. All right, wait. I'll pull it up right now. Whoops. Let me find it. Reality TV breakdown. And copy. Actually, just so you know, there is a link to it after. Here you go. In the show notes of every one of my videos, because I just cut and paste that information and put it in. So the link, if you ever want to do any Amazon shopping, click on one of my links first and then do your Amazon shopping. That benefits the channel. That's in all the show notes under all my videos that I make. I try to put it in the show notes of all my live streams too. And there's a link in there also to Reality TV Breakdown. So if you ever forget or you can't find it, you can't remember reality what, because there's lots of names are similar to that, just go to the show notes. And to get to the show notes, I always have to remind people, they're like, I don't have show notes. The show notes are the information that are under the video before the comments. It's between the video and the comments on YouTube anyway. And I think it's in the same place on the phone. I never watch or listen to YouTube on my phone, so I'm not as familiar with it. I always do it on my laptop or desktop computer. So it's in between there. But because there's so much information, you will only see about 2 or 3 lines of it. And then it'll say ... more. Click on the little word that says more and you'll see all the show notes. And that's where you'll see the link for Amazon. And that's where you'll also see the other thing. Oh, the link to get to Reality TV Breakdown. All right. Taking a look at the poll, 1 p.m. is winning for sure. 68% of the people want 1 p.m. 25 people say 2 p.m. and only 7% say noon. All right, 1 p.m. is strongly winning the poll. All right, we're going to stick with this time, people. Okay. Yes, Revenge is back. Revenge is back next week, Sunday. I'll create the link. I have to create all the links for that, but it will be 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that I have time to read it for about an hour. I shouldn't say we do a chapter. Now I've decided I'm doing an hour of reading. So either it's a chapter or it's part of a chapter if the chapter's going to be too long. So it's about an hour of reading. If I make it at 8:15, that gives us enough time to do 9:15 and even push it to 9:30 if I need to finish up the chapter. And then I can get out, go to the bathroom, get a drink, and get ready for watching Sister Wives together at 10 p.m. All right. Okay, so that's it for Janelle. we'll see more, hopefully, next episode, because I really like that storyline. We didn't see much of it, but I was just happy. It was nice. It was good. That was the palate cleanser right there. It really was. And then Mary had a scene with her two friends where she shared with them that she was going to be meeting Cody the next day. Now, Jen, not having it, not thrilled, not happy about it. And neither was Amber, but at first, Amber just kept echoing everything that Jen said. Jen's like, why? Amber's like, yeah, why? She's like, I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like this. At first, it was Amber's like, I'm just going to say everything Jen's saying. But eventually, Amber started just kind of sharing her own thoughts and feelings about it too. In the end, neither one of them are happy about this. And Jen's actually very concerned for Mary. I found that to be interesting, that she's still aware of how much Cody manipulates Mary. I don't want to say how weak Mary is, but it's partly that. How Mary can't stand up to Cody and she just buckles. Like Janelle did recently. Janelle. Still sad about that. I'm still sad about that. April. Yes, it's not a rumor. It's true. They're like third cousins or something like that. They didn't really know each other because all the families are so big that they come from that they don't know all the cousins. And because there are so many cousins, because, you know, in my opinion, it's a little incestuous. The pool of people is pretty limited. It's kind of like the Amish community. You know, these are the people you have to pick from. That's it. I know there's a whole country out there and then a whole world beyond that, but these people right here in this church are the ones that you can choose from. So, because of that, they didn't know a lot of, they have a gazillion cousins. So she didn't really know Preston, but she was familiar with the family. Ms. Lita said, I went to a completely unrelated event, found myself a sister friend from a few thousand miles away. Jenny just brings people together. Are you joking, Miss Lita? That's amazing. How cool is that? So cool. Love it. Ugh. Connie says, I appreciate you, Jen, and also Mary's friend, Jen. Just makes me smile. Yeah, Jen makes me smile too. The little sarcasms, the little under the breath things that she says, I just like it. Like when Amber said to Mary, well, what are you going to do afterwards? Like his energy is going to be on you. Because Mary's like, I don't like his energy. His energy is funky. I don't need his energy. And so Amber's like, well, what are you going to do when this is all over? And you have his energy on you. And Mary's like, I don't know. And Jen under her breath goes, get an exorcism. Was it that? Holy water. That's what it was. She goes, holy water. She didn't even say it in a whole sentence. She just said holy water. I just love it. I think she's funny. Okay. You know what? I should add Balin out loud. But I have to go back because I only saw season 1 and I'm not sure if I even finished season 1. So I would start reviewing it from like where I left off. But I did enjoy it. I just don't have time between Special Forces and Seeking Sister Wives and Sister Wives. It's too much. But I can start doing Balin as soon as Sister Wives ends. So we'll be taking a while to catch up, but I could do that. Yes. Yes, there are 2 more to Love episodes that I haven't covered anyway. I don't want to say that they're brand new coming out because I haven't looked for a while. I don't get notified about it. They're just in my DVR because I have my DVR set to record everything Sister Wives that's new. So when it's new, and because the More to Love ones are considered new, they just pop up in my DVR. So I don't even know when they're aired. But I have 2. They may have both been dropped on the same day. I don't know. But yeah. So Maybe Rectum is even better than Max. Who knew? Maybe I should give credit to Rectum. But they're in there. I need to cover them. Aw, Miss Stormy Love. My bit, your input is a wonderful addition to the chat. It is. She always has great things to say. Yes, please watch Balin. No one is reviewing it. Okay, but I can't until I catch up on my life. Sister Wives has got to be ending soon. I think we only have a couple episodes left and we're done. There is nothing else in the preview after this apology tour. So I think next week is Mary. That might be the last one. And then we go into 4 weeks probably of the one-on-one couch interviews. I was going to say talkbacks. I always want to say talkback because the talkbacks are so good. I'm like wishing it into the ether. Anybody hear me out there? Do the talkbacks again. All right. Narcissists always need to cause chaos and blame somebody else for issues. Well, he's a master of it. We saw that here for sure. And he's doing it right now. Let's end with that topic. Oh, so bad. All right. He is meeting with Dinglebutt. What's his face? I don't remember. His friend. The one that he married, not that he married, but who he officiated the wedding of. And he starts Brian, that's his name. I just see it on the closed captions. He starts off throwing Janelle completely under the bus. Janelle had this idea and she wants to sell it out from underneath Robin and Mary. This is the first story he tells, okay? All right. I don't believe it for a second. Not for a second. Then his story changes to apparently she wanted to sell it out from under Mary because Cody decides, okay, he's going to go talk to Robin about it. So that's what they were going to do. But then they didn't do it because Robin, who's so holy and pure and perfect, told him, no, we can't do that. We have to do it the right way. Okay. Now, this goes along with what she said in the couch head interview, how she's like, I am not going to do that. We're going to do this the right way. I do believe that happened. I do believe that Cody decided I'm just going to sell it without Mary's approval. And according to people who know more about real estate than I do in the live chat Sunday night, they did say because he's a majority owner of it, he can push a sale. He can push a sale. Janelle can't, but he can push a sale. And then, okay, so he can push a sale and go on. So he's saying this is what Janelle wants to do, but do it out from underneath. I know Robin makes out in the deal. So I don't even know. He just made that beginning part up. Just maybe because he knows it's a lie. And if it's a direct thing with Mary that he's not going to pull that off. So he'll just say she wanted to do it under everyone. I don't know. So later on, he says that Robin was involved and Robin said, no, you can't do that, Cody. Now I believe this is Cody's idea all along. And that he mentioned it to Janelle. And Janelle, just like in her couch interview, said, yeah, you can if you want to. She literally said, Cody's, or the producer said, what about this situation where Cody mentions, and she said, Cody mentions, we don't hear the actual full question, but based on her response, the only way that the producer could have said it is, Cody mentioned there was a discussion, not blaming anybody and saying who initiated it. There was a discussion about selling it out from underneath Mary. And Janelle's response to that was, yeah, you're right. You can. It's true. If you want to, you can do that. So that means she would only say that if he initiated it and talked to her about it, not if it was her idea and she approached him. And then she's like, well, yeah, if you want to, I suppose. Not a good idea, but like you can. So, and maybe Janelle even told him that, like, well, yeah, I mean, we're all going to get the same money in the end and it's just going to happen quicker and we're going to get our money sooner. Okay. Now, I do believe in my mind, and I might be wrong, but I believe Janelle has no idea that Cody is trying to push his confidentiality agreement on Mary because he doesn't talk about it. He never mentions the confidentiality agreement. He says paperwork. He calls it paperwork. Couches it in that term to make it seem like just the normal papers that had to get done for selling the property, and Mary wouldn't sign them. Don't understand. Mary, praise Jesus, explains it to us because he's trying to shut me up. He wanted me to sign a confidentiality agreement. But here's the kicker. All right, so then later on, in the same conversation with Brian, Cody says to him, something about Mary. He's going to meet with Mary. And Brian says, well, how's this going to go when Mary finds out about about Janelle wanting to sell the property? And Cody backtracks. Oh, does he jump back right away? Did he not realize what he had been saying this whole time? I don't know. But maybe hearing it from somebody else repeating his words made Cody realize, because he's like, oh, well, what did he say? I don't know if she was serious. I don't know if she was serious. He backpedaled so much. He's saying it was her idea. She's pushing for it. He's trying to get Robin on board. It's not working out. And now all of a sudden it's, well, yeah, but we talked about it, but I don't know that she was serious. And then he admits, I was serious, but Robin wouldn't let me do it. So when she was like all pissy, she's pissy at Cody, understandably. I mean, I would be every day if I was married to him. Robin was upset with Cody, not any of the wives, which, I mean, okay, we kind of deduced that already in the past, but this is confirmation that that's how it all went down. Let me get up here to the chat. So I'm going to play it so you guys can hear it here. I'm going to put this in my review as well. Knit My Bit, put your channel in the chat again, because I haven't subscribed to your channel yet. I know I'm subscribed to Mama Squirrels, but I'm not subscribed to yours. So put it in the chat so that I can go to it again too. Okay, so let's listen. Okay, to what Brian has to say here. Turned it up.
369, see it first on TLC.
Okay.
So I'm sitting down with Brian, and this is the guy that I complained to. He's my buddy.
What a lucky guy.
We complained to each other about whatever poop storm we're going through in life at the time. And so when I'm bringing this to him, I'm saying, hey, I'm doing this thing where I'm just sort of, I want to just apologize to my exes and just set everybody free.
I'm not gonna.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, you've done two of them. How do you foresee it going with Mary?
To be honest with you, I feel like Mary probably has potentially more bitterness about it. Like,
don't know why.
Her and I, when I helped her move, me and Nathan helped her move. Yeah. And it was a great experience. She was in great spirits, good mood.
Drink, everybody drink. I'm watching it live here. We got drunk last night. If anybody was drinking alcohol, I tell you, a lot of drinking happening last night. A lot of drinking. Okay. So he helps Mary move. They're getting along great. Everything is fine. Everything is wonderful. And then the show airs. This is like at least the second year in a row this has happened, if not the third, where he sweet talks Mary. He tries to make everything good with her. I mean, still he's not going to be intimate with her or have any marital relations or anything like that, or even spend the night in her house or help her on things. Nothing like that. Nothing. But he wants them to be friends, and Mary's buying into it. I don't know. Maybe it's part of the AUB. Maybe she's trying to be the perfect sister wife or something. But she buys into it, and they're like, oh no, we can be friends. We can be friends. And I also think that Mary truly was still in love with Cody. She probably would admit the same thing too, quite frankly, if you really sat her down. So I think she was really in love with him. Okay. So Cody now is confused because as what happened exactly last year, maybe another year ago as well, he smooths things over with Mary. He's acting all charming and sweet and helpful. And then the show airs. And he is saying the nastiest, most rotten things about Mary in the talking head interview. And he did it again last year. So, yes, he helps her move at the end of last year. And then the show airs and she sees what he says about her and she doesn't like him anymore. And he can't figure that out. So dumb. All right. Who says she thinks? Oh, Wendy thinks she's still in love with him. I don't. I think she was in love with him until she met Ron. Ron is taller. Ron is better looking. Ron is nicer. Ron is the whole package for her. I don't know anything else about his life, but Ron has grandchildren who he sees and who he cares about. Ron likes the beach and the mountains. I think Ron is everything she wanted Cody to be, just like Christine pretended that Cody was this great man and talked herself into it until she finally walked away. I think that it was the same situation with Mary, that she had this idealized version of who Cody was. So I get it. But once she started falling for Ron and Ron showed an interest in her, I think she was over Cody and in her mind officially dropped him like a hot potato. I think it's over now. And even if Ron doesn't work out, even if she's broken up with him, she's not going to go back to Cody because she saw something better and somebody who was better liked her. Because sometimes when you're insecure, you can know there's better out there, but you don't think you deserve it. You don't think they're going to like you, or, it's just, or you can earn it because they had a faith of earning everything, which is messed up too, including salvation, really messed up. So he, in this moment right now, very, very confused. And so, by the way, I think that she's over Cody. She's over Cody. Even if she breaks up with Ron, she's going to be over Cody because she's going to look for the next Ron. She's not going to look for another Cody. And she's not going to go back to him because he's a step back. Okay.
Everything like that. Months later, it just like, and we were talking about like, we're going to be cool with each other and everything like that. And months later, she got really funky.
So Cody seems to be really confused about like why I'm acting different. And the reason why I'm acting different is because I need to draw hard boundaries and not let him walk all over me. Like, I'm going to defend myself. And yeah, I'm going to get a little bit snarky about it too.
Here's the thing. I don't get it. I need to do this with Mary because I need to pull her off of the defensive path.
Right.
Apologize to her and seek healing.
I need to pull her off of the defensive path because it's not good for my reputation. It's just not a good look for me, and makes Robin upset when the wives hate me. So that's what we're going to do. I don't really care about Mary. I don't care if she's happy or not. I just need to do this to get her to shut up.
Basically. All right. Seek healing. I don't know who he's seeking healing for. I'm very curious about that. For himself or for Mary? We're not going to quantify that. And TLC is not going to ask for follow-up questions.
There was a lot of constant accusation.
Constant.
Accusation.
Constant.
There's a lot of grenades being thrown. I mean, a divorce is a battle if you're not smart, and we weren't smart.
I'm thinking about this whole thing with Mary. I mean, how do you think that's going to go over Mary when she finds out about, Janelle and everybody during this Coyote Pass sale?
Oh, that was just Janelle and I talking.
Oh, do you hear that? All right, we're backpedaling now. How is Mary going to handle when she finds out about Janelle? Oh, we were just talking. What? Okay, we're getting a whole different story here.
Okay. Janelle, I don't know if she was serious or if she was just trying to push me.
I don't even know if she was serious. if she was serious or she was trying to push me, those are the same things. I didn't even catch that when I did my video. If she's serious, she's going to try to push you. So there's the things he says is so messed up that I don't even catch them all. I just realized I'm just sitting here thinking I was going to explain the difference and put it in my own words and have Cody Puppet say it, and then my brain couldn't do it. I'm like, wait a minute, that's the same thing. Ah. Oh gosh. All right. Now I have to put you down, Mr. Cody Puppet. The puppet was a gift from a sister friend. So Cody and Robin were both in a box that they packed into a box. So I don't know where they're from. I just know they're amazing. So thank you, sister friends. So I'm not sure, but it's a very good, high quality puppet for sure. All right. I got to take a picture of Brian's face here because it says everything. Cody's talking to him. This is a whole different story than what he was saying before. You know, it was all about, Janelle's pushing this and all that. And all of a sudden it's like, well, we were just talking. What do you, I don't know. I don't know if she's serious about it. And here's Brian. All right, let me get it so you can see. Look at him. He's giving Cody the side eye right here. Like, what the heck? What you talking about, man? You just went through this whole story before. And now he's sitting there going, trying to follow you, Cody. I'm trying really hard. I know I'm your buddy, but you're not making sense. All right.
I mean, Janelle was trying to make a backdoor deal.
Okay. Now we're going back to the beginning. We're flipping back again. I mean, she's trying to make a backdoor deal. You just said you didn't know if she was serious. Oh my gosh. And you also just said, oh, we were just talking. But she was trying. That's an active thing. That is an action. She was trying to make a backdoor deal. So which is true? Oh, we were just talking. She was trying to make a backdoor deal. They don't go together. They're opposites.
But Janelle's big talk with that stuff all the time. I was serious.
Janelle's big talk with that stuff all the time. Meaning Janelle's never serious. Janelle says things, but she doesn't mean it. Okay, so now we flip back again. I mean, seriously, can you imagine? I know I say this all the time, but can you imagine living with this man? This is just a portion of a part of one conversation. Living with him all the time and trying to communicate has got to be maddening. He is all over the place. And it's just like trying to keep up with the lies. It's like he just makes stuff up and then says other stuff, but then goes back and says the first stuff so that it doesn't look like he's lying, but it contradicts what the other thing was that he said. Insanity. It's insanity. It truly is. Oh, I would disassociate him, he said. It's like, you'd have to, actually. I laugh, and yeah, the truth of the matter is you'd have to, and just go, okay, okay. Oh, Valadia. I mean, none of us could. No, there's not one sister wife here who would survive a year of being his wife. Oh, all right. But then he goes on to say, but I was serious. He started saying this, so I'm going to read what's in the caption here. But I was serious because I was getting frustrated. That's total Cody Brown right there. This is truth. This is him speak. This line is him speaking truth. I get frustrated and then I react like a child. Okay, Puppet Cody, you're coming back. I need you. When I don't get my way, and when I get frustrated, I throw a temper tantrum. That's what I do. Indeedy. Yes, I do. I get frustrated, and then I lash out. Let's listen to what else he has to say.
Because I was getting frustrated, but Robin refused to let me do it. I don't think Janelle was serious enough about it because Robin wouldn't let me be serious about it. So
that sentence doesn't even make sense. I don't think Janelle was serious about it. Okay, so now we're going back to Janelle wasn't serious. So she was planning this at one point, literally planning it. But now he's saying in their conversation, she wasn't even serious about it. So this is the last sentence. This is where we're landing. It's like bouncing balls. Like the third time we're back to Janelle wasn't serious about it. So, but his reasoning is, I don't think, and this is when he really doesn't make any sense. You know, he's just grabbing at words and trying to put thoughts together and try to explain himself, knowing that he's lying and it's not making any sense because the sentence doesn't make any sense. He says, I don't think Janelle was serious about it because Robin wouldn't let me be serious about it. Well, what does Janelle being serious about it have anything to do with Robin and what Robin's letting you do and what Robin's letting you think? If she feels serious about it or is acting serious about it, she's acting serious about it or feeling serious about it. Whatever Robin lets you or doesn't let you do has no bearing on Janelle and what she's thinking or feeling. But Cody seems to think that they're correlated together. And now is saying, Robin never let me be serious about it, so she was never serious about it. I mean, I just wish Brian would have come out and said, so then why did you even tell me this? Why are we even talking about this? Why the need to put this on camera again and throw Janelle under the bus? Why? Because Cody can't stand the fact that he's wrong again in another situation. And so he's trying to deflect and throw responsibility somewhere else. Look, over there, quick, over there, look. Not me, not me. Not me, not me. It's not me. Look over there. Look at her. She's the one. She's the one. Not I in my curls. I gotta work on my puppet skills. Okay. So then he goes on to say, so Mary doesn't even need to know. Brian is so confused. I mean, his face keeps looking at him like, there's a camera. What do you mean Mary doesn't need to know? She's going to know. He just said, what's going to happen when Mary finds out? Oh, she doesn't need to know. The only way she's going to know is if Janelle tells her. I'm not going to say anything. Brian's like, the camera. You're such an idiot. Here we go.
He doesn't even need to know that we were just going to force the sell and then just pay her when she would agree to the other agreements.
But
pause. Here's Brian. But here he's like, Brian, poor Brian. He's just lost. The next line is, but she's gonna know. There's a camera right behind your head. She's gonna know. But we got to break that down for a second. And I did this in my video, so you'll hear this again. And I know we're almost out of time, but I just have to say, did you hear his words? He said we were going to push forth the sale, just get the money, and then divide it up when Mary signed the paperwork. Now, to somebody who doesn't know about the confidentiality agreement, that just seems normal, right? Well, she has to sign the paperwork to sell it and to do the equal parts once we divide it up and all that. So we'll get her to sign the paperwork. There's no paperwork to sign once he sells the land. She just needs to get her money at that point. There's nothing for her to sign. The only thing she needs to sign right now is that confidentiality agreement or the dividing of the land, which hasn't happened yet because Cody dragged his feet. His fault. He dragged his feet. It's not done by the time this buyer came. And now he wants to sell it out from under Mary. Why does he want to sell it out from under Mary? Is he concerned about the buyer going away? I don't think so. In 2 weeks' time, they got somebody to buy all that land. I think in a couple more weeks, they'll find somebody else. Maybe a month tops. They're definitely going to sell it. Even if they have to sell it to 2 different people, they're going to sell the land. But somehow Janelle, I think, if indeed she was on board and is like, yes, I want to do this, which I still don't think she does. But if she did, it's because she's under the impression that once these buyers are gone, because she said something to that effect in one of the shows, once these buyers are gone, we might not have somebody else buy it. It's a dumb train of thought based on a property that's in an area that just keeps increasing in value and that people want. I mean, maybe you don't make quite as much money, but you're going to make a lot of money. I mean, right now, neither Mary or Janelle have any money. So they're happy with whatever anybody would sell to them. They're going to sell the land. It's not a problem. But Janelle, where would Janelle get that idea from? Cody. That's where Cody is going to plant that idea in her head and get her to be on board with this. And I don't think that Cody ever told her about the confidentiality agreement. I don't think Janelle signed one. And I don't think she knows about the one that Mary has in front of her. So
I keep calling it paperwork to make it seem kinder, nicer, gentler, just normal, legal paperwork that anybody would need to sign before they sell something. But in actuality, I want her to shut up and sign the confidentiality agreement so she can never speak about me anymore.
that's the truth of the matter. And right here, he just came out and said, I want to sell the land out from underneath her. We'll just get all the money. We'll divide it up and give it to everybody after Mary signs the paperwork. It's a threat. He wanted to sell it out from underneath her as a means to get her to sign the confidentiality agreement. This is not Janelle's idea. And so he's full on lying about this thing right now. He came up with that idea as a way to get Mary to sign the paperwork. Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'm going to sell it. And as it stands right now, you only get 2 acres worth, not 4 acres worth. You get double the amount after you sign the confidentiality agreement. Yup. Mm-hmm. Mama Squirrel, I hope Cody does not watch this channel. He has not changed one bit of his behavior, and he continues to use experience more than he ever did. He's still using perpetually and continually and safe and space. Yeah. He hasn't watched this. No way. Yolanda, well said. Yolanda Pink, Rosie 89. She says, I was thinking Mary is the keeper of all Cody's deep, dark secrets. I agree with that. I think Mary knows a lot, which is why he kept trying to keep her in good graces, which is why he didn't kick her to the curb in the past, because he didn't want her to go off. He kept saying, I can't trust her. Remember that? Like, I would have gotten rid of her before, but I don't know what she's going to do. I can't trust her. Translation is, I don't know what she's going to say, because she knows a lot. She's the one that's been there the longest. She knows a lot. Okay. Well, that could be. I mean, we have suspicions. Don't worry about it. The tryst didn't mean anything. It was a guy. Allegedly, don't know. It just fits. The puppet's way. Oh my God. Oh, the puppet's way cuter than Cody. It's true. They did have Preston sign an NDA. Preston had to sign an NDA, and that is... no, it wasn't so much an NDA. It was a part of it. It mentioned that he had an NDA, and also he didn't sign for a long time. I don't know that it was the NDA part of it though, but he really wanted to have verbiage in there that he could see his kids, that they would have, that he would have access to his kids. And that kind of ended. All right. All right. All right. Subscribe and join. Aw, J. Lou was the 210th person to hit the like button. Thank you, J. Lou. Everybody hit the like button. Have it blow up. I'm not on a screen where I can see it right now. But, yep, nope, I am not. But, yeah, this is a good time for everybody. It is, isn't it? We're almost at 1,500 total viewers that have been able to at least even jump in at some point. So we'll keep the 1 o'clock time. Okay. An NDA can have a clause with a time limit. It's true. It's just a legal document that is drafted yourself. So you can create the NDA to say that you can't say anything for X amount of time, or until this event happens, or until kids get to be this age, or yeah, you can make it say whatever you want. So there is a possibility that it could have a time limit. I just hope that. I always thought that if the show ended, that Preston would be able to speak, but I'm not certain. All right. All right. So I wanted to go over that one more time because I just found that amazing that Cody basically in that, when you put it all together, admits this was his idea, not Janelle's. And to see him flip-flop back and forth like that is just proof of it. He's just making stuff up and trying to cover his tracks as he does so. He's the worst. And that was pretty much the whole episode. I thought it was a great episode. What did you? Did you think? It was packed. It was packed. Really. I'm going to end up having to do 2 videos to cover it because I don't like having videos that are longer than an hour long. It's just, I think a lot of people look at 1 hour and they're like, I don't have the time. And then they don't click on it. So I want them to be closer to 30 to 40 minutes time. All right. Kathy cussed a lot when she was watching it. Oh gosh, I know. I just want to be done with him. Okay. We are at the end of our time and we've covered it all. Is there anything else in here? No, we covered that. We covered it. Oh, the one other thing that I have in here is cankered my soul. The new phrase Cody created. It cankered my soul. It was a cankering of my soul. No, I wrote cankered my soul. So something cankered his soul. Oh my gosh. A ridiculous phrase, but it's one we're going to have to continue to use. Watching this show cankered my soul, quite frankly. All right. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas week with your family. Tune in on Sunday night. Anyone in the exclusive SOS level, we'll watch it live together. But before that, on Reality TV Breakdown, we'll read a little bit more of Tom Bauer's book, Revenge, which is his deep dive and dishing of information on Harry and Meghan. So it's a lot of details. He's very detail oriented. There's benefits to that and there's negatives to that. The benefits to that is that he's never been sued, or at least not successfully ever anyway, because he has facts to back up everything he says. Downside of that is me reading his British language and getting all the names and dates and everything in stuff. Sometimes it's not that smooth of a read, but you stick with me. I put a crown on my head and we have a little bit of tea. Oh, my teacup is in the dishwasher getting washed, and we have a good time together. Yes. All right. Merry Christmas to you all. Take care. God bless. Adios. And I will see you next week. Bye.
I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6, and it rattled me.
I had a lover in college, and it was a little tryst. I was a naughty boy. I had a dirty thought, and I thought David and I should go on a guys trip together.
I might have to agree. That would be cool.
I just thought, no.
David out on a guy's weekend?
Yeah, that's just, it wouldn't be cool.
Oh, he was kind of up for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Things that make you go,